Hi, sorry. What are you doing? Okay.
What's that? Oh, the broccoli has
Hello, everyone.
oregano, balsamic vinegar in it.
Okay.
It has lemon, salt, so you can make this at home.
Yeah.
And broccoli is much lower on the pesticide list. And that's another part of her book. She talks about how the pesticides are all over the environment, how it's affecting the animals. So what she really said was, there's a tremendous experiment going on in the world. All the animals are all polluted, and what's going to
Oh,
happen.
okay, yeah.
So it's something to think about. Be careful of the foods you eat that have a lot of pollution in it.
I only eat chicken.
Be careful of these PCBs, these dioxins, they're in everything. And they don't go away. That's why they were used as a chemical. They were used as a insulator for electrical equipment. They put them in computers. It doesn't break down. It doesn't start on fire. It was in varnishes. They stopped producing it. But you can't get rid of this. It's in the environment now, and it's going to stay there for who knows how long. Okay, where are we now? Did everybody get their, okay. And then the next dish, we're gonna bring out the salmon salad. As I said, Alaskan salmon, if you have to eat fish, it's the best one, wild caught. I usually have it once a week. Tuna tends to have a lot of mercury in it because it concentrates all the toxin from the other fish that it eats. It's a predator fish. Shark is like that. Swordfish is like that. Tilefish. These are, and the tuna. These are big predator fish that eat other fish. Don't look into the camera.
No. Where is the camera? I don't know.
That's my
Good.
friend Chris. He always
Seven on
helps
your
me.
side. I'm standing right there.
The next dish is Laura's serving is the
Very
salmon, Laura.
appetizing.
If you're allergic to fish, please don't eat it. Now, when we make this salmon, I actually make it at home. We do not use mayonnaise.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
In place of mayonnaise, which is a processed food, we put avocado. It's a healthy fat. It tastes better. Now, who shouldn't eat avocado? It's high in potassium and has vitamin K. So if you're on gluten, you should be careful. If you have kidney disease, you should be careful. And this is being served with gluten-free sweet potato crackers that Laura made at home.
Thank you.
And
Thank
she
you.
developed this recipe. It has, the salmon is from a can.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's hard to
good.
get fresh food. The fresh salmon you can get is usually frozen, or you can get it from the store. It's just harder to get, and it's harder to keep. It has onion in it, lemon, mustard, dill, salt, pepper, and celery. So it has a nice crunchy texture. It's not too much salt, and it has the avocado, which I said is the healthy fat.
That's in here?
Yes.
Avocado.
Yes.
See, I don't like
All the
avocado,
stuff
but I
that you
like this.
said. I don't know how to repeat it.
Mixed in with it. It's mixed in, yeah.
And then the last dish we're serving today is going to be
Doctor,
our.
we're eating, but you're not.
I had some before. Well, I eat it at
I
home.
wanted to make sure.
No, I had it at home. I had some this afternoon. Check with
Okay.
Laura.
All
The
right.
last dish we're having
believe
is
you
chicken
that.
avocado, after you consume this. The chicken is, of course, organic. The avocado,
Yeah, this is-
again, instead of making chicken salad, you could use the avocado in this dish. It's like a Mexican dish. It has a little cilantro, a little cumin, chili powder, and lime. That gives it that extra kick. So we hope you'll enjoy that.
This is
Yeah.
delicious.
Okay, good. See what Joe's missing?
Uh-huh. Yeah, wonderful.
So the point here is, let's go on to our health discussion, okay?
Okay.
Everybody should get their prescription. This is a personal prescription. You don't need more insurance in this country. We need a health care plan.
Yeah, tomorrow.
All these doctors that were sick and got better,
That'll be the day.
they all did the same thing. And the thing is to eat the right food and to proper digestion. Could you bring out my fermented vegetables when you get a chance? So the right food is lean proteins like chicken, turkey, eggs, that's a good breakfast, fish, and also healthy fats. That would be avocado, olive oil. Fried things are not good for you. Most fats are not good for you. So those are the healthy things. And your carbohydrates should come in the form of fruits and vegetables, not bread, pasta, noodles, rice, potatoes. Those are the type of things you don't want to eat. You limit them, but you have to limit them, okay? The next step is, so it's really nutrition and digestion. Digestion is how your body, you should eat slowly. You should chew your food, you should properly digest it, and then the next day, everything should be gone. That's health, good health, and you need adequate amounts of fiber. That's your fruits and your vegetables. This, everybody knows, I highly recommend it. I eat it myself every day. These are our fermented vegetables. You can get this at a health food store. This is all organic. This is full of probiotic, and it's full of fiber. It's probably the best thing you can eat for your health. Who shouldn't eat this? It's a little bit salty, and also it has vitamin K in it. And vitamin K can deactivate coumadin. So if you're on a blood thinner, coumadin, you have to be careful, or warfarin. But this you consume every day. It flushes out all the toxins in your bowel. There's more than 1 trillion bacteria inside your body. That's the most active part of your immune system. So if your bowels are not functioning properly, your entire system is going to be off. People's food is completely different than it's been in the past. People are eating processed food, they're eating too much carbohydrates, they eat out too often, and it's causing illness. So I would highly recommend it. I eat it myself. Don't drop it.
That's gold.
The next is exercise. Normally, people walk between 5 and 10 miles a day. Nobody walks that far. We have cars. So what I would recommend is you walk a mile a day. A little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening. A mile is only 5,000 feet.
I walk 3 times a day.
Well, that's
3
good.
times a week.
Well, I would
mile and a
suggest
half,
walking
I really
every
do.
day. Stretching. Everybody should stretch before they exercise. That's so your muscles tighten up, your tendons. You have to stretch every day. The next is stress reduction and emotional control. If you're stressed, does anybody here live in New Jersey? So what do you have? A lot of taxes, it's overcrowded, a lot of pollution, too many people, they're rude, so it creates stress.
Married, children.
You have some of the highest taxes in the
That's
country,
stress.
and also some of the highest pollution rates in the country. It's the most Superfund side. Emotional control. When you get upset about things, you have to learn to control your emotions. Be tranquil, stay quiet,
Take some pills.
and don't overreact to things. No, you can learn to do this yourself. So that's the third step.
She said take some pills.
The next is restful sleep. I ask this question to all my, do you sleep well? Most people don't sleep well. How many hours does an adult need to sleep?
8 hours. 8.
8 is the correct number.
I slept 7 last night.
I slept 8 yesterday. I feel very restful.
I sleep
I sleep
If you wake up,
I
hello,
slept
this is my
8
friend
and I
Virginia. Oh,
took a
so
little
glad you
nap
could
this
come. Have
afternoon.
some champagne.
Good.
Hold on, my car's not towed away.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Restful sleep. You have to practice to get sleep. You just don't lay down and fall asleep. You actually have to prepare. Hey, how's my friend? Hurrah. Everybody knows Rocky.
It tomorrow.
Have some champagne. So restful sleep, you should get 8 hours of sleep a night. You have to prepare for sleep. Your room can't be too hot. If you're dry in your room, you should have a humidifier.
Yeah, me too.
We're serving food. Have a seat. You should have a humidifier in your room. You should keep the window open. You should have ventilation. Before you go to sleep, you should rest for 5 minutes, sit and clear your head of thoughts. Don't watch TV before you go to sleep. Don't do a lot of work before you go to sleep. Give your face a nice washcloth, warm washcloth, so you feel completely relaxed.
It's got too much to
That's
say.
the first step. You have to practice to fall asleep. Then if you wake up in the middle of the night, what should you do?
Go to the bathroom.
That's why people get up often. So don't drink late. Don't
No,
drink after
I
6.
don't do it, but I know people that do. My husband
You
does.
should. You have to, people are on diuretics or on medications that affect them. You have to be aware of those things. What I do is I wake up in the middle of the night, you sit and you do like a slight meditation, and that helps reduce stress. All it is thinking about something very calm, peaceful. Well, most people think about their youth, they think about a peaceful time in their life when they weren't stressed. And as you think about that, then you're not thinking about the things that are upsetting you. Your body relaxes, and you can actually go back to sleep.
Yeah,
They
when
used
I
to tell
was
people
single and had
to
no
count
children.
sheep. Well, that was a basic
That was
principle.
my calm.
Because you're thinking about something, you're distracting the mind. That's really why you do, that's where they came from. But meditation's been turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's something, some guy invented it, but he didn't take a course in it. He just found out if I calm myself, I clear myself, I feel more peaceful.
How about taking melatonin?
Yeah. This is better than everything. All that melatonin stuff, none of it's FDA
Not
regulated. You don't know if it's helping you or not. And there again, you're depending on a drug. The whole purpose of this is to get off of all drugs.
Is it?
It's a supplement. It affects you like a drug. Food affects you like a drug.
I don't know. No, they're gummy bears.
So that's what I would suggest.
They are.
The other thing is you don't know where it came from. It could came from one of those countries very far away where they're not really very careful about what goes into their medication. So I would avoid it if you ask me. I would drastically learn to train yourself to get healthy. The last step is avoiding environmental toxins. We talked about these PCBs in the food, the fish, the meat. That's why I tell you don't eat beef. Also, pesticides are very bad. And all your home care products are full of chemicals too. So that's another area you have to be careful. You actually get dessert today too. Yeah, cookies and ice cream. Avoid environmental. Now, the obvious stuff I put in the end. Obviously, avoid injury. You know, be careful, falling, things like that. Destructive behaviors. What are destructive behaviors? Alcohol, drugs, tobacco, too much internet, you know, gambling, all these destructive, overeating is a destructive activity, because it makes you sick. So these are obvious things that you have to avoid. And then the last, we have traditional preventative medicines. Get your heart checked, get your carotid artery checked, get checked for an aortic aneurysm, get your blood checked for autoimmune disease. These are the things we normally do in the office. The whole purpose of our office is to find disease at an early stage or prevent it. I think if you follow this, you'd be healthy. Why is it hard to follow this simple principle? Because it involves one thing, a change in behavior. And that's the most difficult thing to do. It's a change behavior. But it's the most important thing you learn to do. And these are the steps you actually have to train yourself till it becomes normal for you. So they developed, the Congress had 1,500 pages to their health care plan. Nowhere on this was this, and this is what you really need to know. Did you ever get, you have private insurance, you get a portfolio from the insurance company. It's like 150 pages big. You know what it's about? Everything they're not going to cover when you get sick, so they're legally covered. They got lawyers, accountants, statisticians, actuaries, figuring every possible angle. So they're really not there to help you. That's not their job. Their job is to collect premiums and not pay anything out. Your job is to take care of yourself. And that's what this is. Take care of yourself. So I hope you'll take this home, write your name there. It's renewable. Every month you renew this. And this is basically everything I did. Everything on this list I did today. I ate a nutritious breakfast, proper digestion. I stretched. I exercised.
Vegetables?
Oh, how you doing? I did my meditation this morning. I do it at night. I learned to relax. I got 8 hours sleep. I avoid environmental toxins, no destructive activities or injuries. I drive carefully. And I practice traditional medicine. I'm going for my colon test this year, too.
Oh, I did that.
So that's what you have to do.
I had it done. I had everything back in that one.
Now, I told everybody to eat
There's something
vegetables,
burning
right?
in there.
Yeah.
This guy was a heart surgeon. His name was Dr. Gundry. And what he said was a lot of the plants, the foods, actually can make you sick. Like beans, people can't eat that. Nuts, people can't eat. They get allergic to it. Tomatoes can cause stomach problems. A lot of vegetables cause problems. He actually did a study on this. And he found, so about 80% of what he says is right. This is an excellent book to read. I think it helped Anita. She's following a lot of his principles, and she lost weight. So I think this is one of the latest books I've read, and I use these all as reference text. This is the grain brain. I just wanted to talk about this one before we finish. This is written by a neurologist, and they talk about how you can actually avoid Alzheimer's disease, neurological problems, and mostly it's from food. He said it's all from carbohydrates. Grains are carbohydrates. So bread, pasta, cereals. They say avoid all those things. Eat the healthy fats, eat the lean proteins, and
Cereal's
eat your
not good
fruits
for
and
you.
vegetables. It's the worst breakfast. It has no nutritional
Even
value.
oatmeal?
Nutritional value.
Oatmeal's
There's no
fine.
nutritional value in it. They fortify it because, why do they fortify
They
it?
give kids the Cheerios.
Well, it's not really healthy, it's processed food. I don't recommend processed food. Somewhere in the book, he said something very interesting. He said, you shouldn't wait till you're thirsty to dig a well. Preventative medicine, and that's the key to everything. You can prevent most medical
That's
problems.
what this is.
And the risk factors for every disease are all the same, whether it's heart disease, dementia, autoimmune disease, diabetes, cancer, it's all the same. Live a healthy life. I mean, no doctor ever said smoke more, drink more. You never heard that advice. So. And then as a doctor, you should be a role model for your patients. You know, you should be smoking, drinking, overweight. So you should follow your own advice. So our goal here is to be here for another 20 years and continuing trying to help people.
Good job.
Now, does anybody have any questions?
No.
Do you have the 3 recipes written down on paper by
Yes,
chance?
that's in your little
They're
thing.
right in the
Oh, we
thing.
have to sing a song at the end. You know, this past weekend, I'm very skeptical about man because we do destructive things. I think men do more destructive things than women, right? Why do you put a women in charge? They much less likely to do destructive things. They have more, they're more sensible.
All right.
Well, men start the wars, terrorism, all this activity. Most corporations are run by men, you know, they're not. I think women tend to be more sensible. Well, the 3 women I talked about were in that, in the book there, the Great American Men and Women of America.
Dr. Boyajian,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to, I'm gonna have to go. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
I thought she was gonna take all the gifts back.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions? Everybody know what to eat and what not to eat? There's like 10 things you should eat, and the rest of it you shouldn't.
Cheerios aren't good,
Well, it's processed food. It's made in a factory.
but they give it to the kids.
It's not good for you. You know, in Canada, have you ever
My
been to
grandkids,
Canada?
they all eat
Has
it.
anybody ever been to Canada?
Yes.
You can't advertise to children under the age of 12. Because they feel it's an unholy thing because you are influencing
good
children
thing.
at an early stage.
That-
And most of the commercials are for food, with a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, a lot of salt.
Yeah.
So it's illegal there. It's also in Sweden, they have that policy in a lot of European countries. They looked at this issue in the 1970s, and there were so many corporations, there's so much money involved in food that they killed it. But that should be, it should be taught in schools. Nutrition should be taught, that's a critical issue. So you shouldn't have advertised food, that's really where this should
Is
start.
hummus good? Hummus.
That's a seed, and if you read Dr. Gundry's book, all seeds
Because
have
my
natural,
grandkids like that too.
all seeds have natural pesticides in it. So you should soak them for 24 hours if you eat beans, get natural organic ones. I actually have some in the back I'll show you. Anita? Anyway, you take these beans, they're like black beans or organic, you soak them in water for 24 hours, change the water, all the toxins come out, then you cook them in a pressure cooker. And the higher heat in a pressure cooker kills the toxins. They call them lectins. Basically, that's what this whole book is about. Toxic chemicals in food that can make you sick. There was something in Australia where they were growing sheep after the Second World War, and they imported a specific grass from Europe that grows very fast, and they fed it to all the sheep. You know what happened? The sheep were unable to reproduce. It was some kind of clover grass. Plants have natural pesticides in it. Why did it have it? Because the plant's trying to protect itself. The animals eat the grass, so the plant developed these protective chemicals so that the animals wouldn't reproduce and eat all the grass. They find these things out, so now we know that there are a lot of chemicals in plants that can affect you, and it can affect your health. So by boiling these things, putting in a pressure cooker, you tend to deactivate them.
In the paper, it was about codfish, and it showed the worms coming out of codfish. I won't eat that anymore.
Right, there you go.
Codfish.
I would stick to big stores like Costco, Sam's Club, Whole Foods. They're more careful about their food because if something happens, they're in trouble. And avoid shrimp. Those are your big rules. Alaskan wild caught salmon. What do we have next on this? Any more questions? So that's our reading list. Everybody got the recipe.
Yes.
And if you have any comments, we'd be interested in hearing them. And I think the girls are gonna sing a song. Laura, are you girls ready to sing?
You know what that is. See ya.
Does anybody know this song, What a Wonderful World?
Yes, from Louis Armstrong. That's all it was. That was Is it Louis Armstrong?
He's very well known for it, yeah.
Yes.
Who sang that?
Did you get a brochure? Oh, you have to share, you have to share, we're running low on.
What song are we singing?
What a
It's a
Wonderful World.
wonderful, Louis Armstrong.
Oh, how lovely.
She sounds thrilled.
Does anybody know this song?
Yes, I do. I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, come on, then you can lead us.
You really want it? Hey, give me the.
I have one here, here.
Let's be the choir. I need my stuff. Stand by, doctor.
Did you come along?
Let's get this choir
Peter's
going.
here. Peter donated one of the pictures. He went to Italy and got this print for us. It's this picture on the far wall here. It's of a, like a drawing of a building in Rome called the Pantheon. And it was very influential, and the structure of this influenced architecture for years, for thousands of years. And the building is still standing. It's a big dome with a hole in the middle of it. They don't know how they constructed it. They were unable to reconstruct it. So the Romans built this thousands of years ago, and it still stands. How they did it, we don't know. There's big columns in front.
Yeah.
Peter went to Italy and he got that painting for us. I want everybody to see it. Okay, we have to complain to my wife. We're gonna sing, you know the words? Everybody sing here. Okay, you can put your lyrics there. And we'll get started. Laura, are you singing with us?
Yeah.
This one's got very raspy.
Yes.
I just
You know where he lived?
want to get some samples.
He lived in New York. A nice section of New York, Jamaica, Hollis they call it.
That's Queens, isn't it?
Yes. I thought this was a very peaceful song. Oh, and we're gonna have ice cream at the end. Does everybody eat ice cream? I had the best ice cream in America this weekend. It's in New York State. About a half hour from my house. It's only open 6 months out of the year.
Get closer, Stephanie.
Come on, Stephanie, get in there.
Dr. B.
Next Tuesday?
Stephanie.
Everybody smile. Dr. B.
Oh, okay.
Get closer. Okay, smile.
Nice.
Stephanie.
Nice.
Anita.
Anita.
You don't have to stand on anything. You just be in front.
That's good.
Good. Good.
Nice.
One more. Ready, set.
Nice.
Very nice. Thank you.
That's nice.
Why don't you lead us off here, sweetheart? Yeah, sit here.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
more if you like, or you don't have to. If your throats are parched, you can have more champagne. You want to just sing the first part? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the trees that you dare to dream really do come true. Some wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, although I can't talk, if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, I can't talk. Oh, that's so nice.
Yes, yes.
Oh, sweetheart, how are you? Thank you for coming.
Laura.
She left her church services early to be with us.
Hello.
She's 3, she just turned 3 now.
Wow.
Oh, good, we're gonna see a pic.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, how huge. Oh, she's a doll.
Very nice. She got big.
Oh, how
How old is she now?
Oh,
Three.
what did I do? I don't know what you're talking. I don't know how to.
I held it on the
I
side.
don't know how to make them go back. Oh.
You know how to make it go back?
No, she doesn't.
Wow. Yeah, gotta find it again.
Yeah, go ahead. She's all by herself.
Yeah.
Laura's going to show how she made everything today.
Oh, good.
Start with the broccoli.
I'll bring the stuff and you should.
Did anybody like it? They didn't like it? You
I
have
like
any
the
comments?
broccoli. I like the broccoli.
was good, the
broccoli
was hard.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but I like them.
They
I
lost
like
the picture.
taste.
You're not
I like
supposed to
it more.
overcook broccoli.
No,
I
I
know,
know.
but I like it a
Do you have your own
little more.
teeth?
No, I
Ain't
do
that
have
Joe?
teeth, but I don't like them mushy, I don't like them hard.
That's why God gave you teeth.
I don't like it.
I have to eat it every
She
night
doesn't
myself.
like broccoli.
What's broccolini? That's small broccoli?
Yes.
Nancy is going to tell us about the best ice cream in the Eastern Seaboard. Nancy, tell us about the
I
ice
thought
cream.
Mike's was the best ice cream.
Yes, this is Nancy from Sea Caucus.
He keeps raving about this ice cream, but you have till Tuesday to go and take a nice trip to see the leaves. It's in Warwick, New York. You go up the, I don't know how you go.
You take Route 17 north, go through Tuxedo, and then you turn where Sterling Forest is. You make a, how do you get there?
You can go that way.
You make a left turn, go past Sterling Forest, the ski area, 17A.
Well,
17A.
it says 17N from the freeway, and then once you get past Hickory Farm.
Yeah.
Hickory, no, I'm not sure, I think it's right. Once you get, there's a nursery, Hickory Nursery, Garden Nursery, you make a left onto 17A. Then you just follow the road, you'll go through Greenwood Lake, just keep going until you get to Warwick, New York. But just before you get to the center of Warwick, New York, you will see Bellevale Creamery. That's the old-fashioned way of saying ice cream parlor.
Yes.
But you have a beautiful view of Warwick Valley. You can sit and have your ice cream outside. And and you can see all the cows where all this ice cream is coming from. It's a
They
beautiful.
have their own cows, that's why it's a special ice cream.
Yeah, it's the, it has note blooms. It's an old-fashioned name. The note blooms and the Buckabees own the farm.
These are the families,
This
and
is
they've
the one
protected the
family.
cows, they're the same
Not every
cows, generations
generation.
after generations.
And it's a beautiful location, and he likes, I like cranky cow ice cream, which is malted ice cream with, chocolate covered espresso chips. And you liked Belleville Bob.
I had that this week. Isn't it really called Bell Valley, Beautiful Valley, isn't that the correct pronunciation?
Belleville.
It should be Bell Valley. Okay, anyway, it's a historic village, it's been there for a long time, it goes back to the Revolutionary War. It's a protected place, it's a valley, and don't they protect the land there from overdevelopment? Like if you have property there and you wanna sell it, they keep it as farms. So, I think
I've been
it's
up that area apple picking.
that's what you do there.
That's really,
So,
yeah, my.
I would drive past there, I go in the winter time, it's closed all winter. There's a little ski area there, actually I learned
We
to
used to
ski
go
there.
to a place where they used to make homemade cheese.
It's all kinds of
We used to buy
interesting
it,
things,
yeah.
so, we went this weekend, and you think of ice cream place, there were 100 people there getting ice cream. And they're all sitting there looking at this valley, so I looked at it, I said, mankind is responsible to really save the planet at this point. There's too much beauty here, we can't destroy it anymore. And that's a nice place because they're very protective of the environment there. So it's a nice village, it's a nice place to go, and Nancy found it, I found it. So, yeah.
You already took this picture.
Oh, we have to take a picture of Helene, okay, you three stay there. Give it to him and quickly, let's take a picture, use your phone so we can send it.
How many?
One of our patients moved to like a nursing home, Helene, so she couldn't be here. She used to live on Pandolfi.
Okay,
Girls, why don't you take a picture?
can you get it?
Yep.
So we don't forget our patients, we stay in contact with them. Oh, she's gonna like it. Helene was your neighbor? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we take one too. So if you want this special ice cream, you have to go before Tuesday they close?
Tuesday they close, so you can go leaf peeping this weekend and get some ice cream.
Yeah.
Because it's just changing now.
Okay, ready? 1, 2,
We went to get our ski passes too. That's my daughter and I went.
I've never been over there.
I began
Where do you go,
skiing
to Hunter
there when
Mountain?
Eisenhower was in the White House. So to be able to go back there 50 years later, as an adult and teach your own kids.
Where do you go
Oh,
to
how
Hunter Mountain?
nice.
No, this is right in Warwick, New York. It's 30
I'll take
minutes
it.
away.
Okay.
It's family owned, and they're not giving up. You think with all this global warming they give up, these people aren't giving up. So I buy a season pass every year in New York.
Because I know,
It's the best, you know, I go in the morning.
Doctor's office, what's up?
And I just ski for a while and I go home. One day was a tremendous snowfall.
All right, a quick call, go ahead.
There were thousands of people there. I was shocked. And I said, well, there's still hope in the world that people want to ski. Anyway, now we're gonna have cookies,
No,
homemade
not at all,
cookies by my daughter Julia.
Okay.
And we're going to have
Okay,
ice
alright,
cream.
bye-bye.
that was my
So
mother's.
everybody gets a choice, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry.
These are good.
If you have any comments, anything you'd like to say, we'd be happy to hear.
This is more down my.
Have a cookie, have an ice cream, then go for a nice walk. Does Astro eat ice
I'll
cream?
walk a mile and a half tomorrow.
Does Astro like ice cream?
He loves ice cream, yeah.
I go to the rec center.
That's the best dog I ever saw.
That's great.
Actually, I work for my arthritis.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, they're telling they know who you look like.
Oh, you know.
No, I do not.
Do you have any questions? You know what you're gonna do now? You're gonna walk every day.
I have 3 sons.
Hey, I started at 3,000 steps a day, and now I'm up to over 6,000.
I have grown.
So I'm getting there, I'm
I don't
gradually.
know what those steps are. anywhere, just walk a mile, forget the steps.
Yeah, but
No,
it's,
a mile and a half is good, right? I do a mile and a
You
half.
should walk, well, every day walk.
Not every day.
And I wrote this is our philosophy in life. It says, life is imperfect, uncertain, and unfair. It can be difficult and painful. A sound mind and a sound body is essential to survive and thrive. Life was not meant to be easy. There are no guarantees. My father would tell us that. And he would say life is too short. So remember things your parents said, and at 50 years old, yeah, he was
I
right.
know, be on.
Always listen to people who are older than you and wiser than you.
I don't know
And if
anybody
two
who.
people are older and wiser, you should do what they say when they tell you the same thing.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'll
listen
tell
to
them,
you,
I'm
I listen to
gonna
my
tell everybody
patients.
what to do.
My patients are my heroes. I look up to them, I listen to them,
And you're
I
my
learn from
doctor to
them.
make me look fat.
And you learn from other people. You're getting your ice cream. Still need ice cream?
I would take the harness off.
Maybe you can just lick the cone.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway,
No.
Is it decapitated?
One of them scallops. I don't think so. Scallops on top.
A salad, we love it.
they're not real scallops.
One of them scallops the other day.
Oh, you don't have to wipe the floor, he wipes the floor.
It goes through about 50 different countries. Most of the seafood comes from Asia. American fish is sent to Asia and processed and sent back.
Tilapia is not good.
Oh, that's the worst.
Most of that is
That's
farm
what my
raised.
daughter said, don't eat that.
That and flour. And I grew
Flour
up
is
on
not
it.
one type of fish. If you read that book, he'll tell you all the different types of fish that are classified as flour. Does anybody have anything that they learned in their life they would like to share with their group? Like a philosophy, something you've learned in your life. Like my father would say, if you don't take a chance in life, you'll never get ahead. My mother would say, be kind to everyone. You never know who's going to be there
That's right.
or help you.
Oh, yeah, that,
Yes.
Never pays to be a jerk.
No, that's for sure.
And my mother used to say, make sure you have a roof over your
but
head.
nowadays you're afraid
There
of
you
roof
go.
Over your head.
They're all jerks.
Never mind if you eat, but just have a roof over your head.
Yes.
Right. All basic, simple principles.
Right.
How did it look so far, Philomena?
Oh, okay.
We're not done yet. We have a couple more steps, and we'll be done with the waiting room. And we're going to use it as a meditation and tranquility studio. We meet in smaller groups. If anybody's interested, you can sign up at the end of the session.
Meditation.
They said I should only drink decaf.
That was good.
Because I have ESP.
Oh,
I don't drink no.
some ice cream.
Yeah, well, that. Thank you anyway. It's still so good.
Where is she? Where is Ellen?
She's down in
We're bringing them.
Tom's River.
Wow.
She's in one of the homes.
Oh, I was just.
Yeah. Assisted living, I think it is. Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you. Thank you so much.
Last time before you die.
Oh, he can't have it.
Yeah.
They sold her house?
It was for sale, Helene. I know the house was for sale, but I don't know if it was sold.
Yeah, you know, it was so. I'm sure it was. Yeah, she lives.
It was just recently they were selling it because this, the kid.
Hello.
Hey, how we doing, Mike? Who's this lovely girl? There's no light from the hospital. Oh, hi Peggy, how are you? Laura? Tell Laura to come out. Laura?
Smells so good.
Tell Laura to come out.
I think I have to write it down though.
Actually, I was gonna bring some of this ice cream today, my kids ate the whole container.
You paging me?
They had one, oh, Mike is here.
Hi.
They had one with vanilla ice cream, peanut butter, and peanut butter cups. What's that one called? Was that it? Something like that.
That's what you're talking about.
It's the best ice cream I've ever had. It's not too sweet. It's very creamy, but not too fat. It's all natural.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you should have ice cream.
Doctor, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes, we're having ice cream next. Tell them to bring out the ice cream. Ice cream, girls, ice cream.
I can't see me with it, but they say so.
You can't see.
You gotta be careful. As I said, none of these things are FDA regulated.
Oh, my girlfriend said that. There's an extra seat over here.
If you wanna get healthy, you walk, you eat properly, you'd be shocked at
I gotta get the name, I gotta give it to you.
the body will heal itself given the right circumstances, the right food, exercise,
If it was
rest.
good, everybody would.
I mean, if you have a heart attack, they put you on a,
You're gonna have ice
ask
cream?
them what flavors they want. What flavor?
Ice cream.
What flavor?
Any flavor is
You
good.
like any particular
I'm
flavor?
using chocolate, just switch to.
I don't care, whatever they
I
have.
need one strawberry, one chocolate.
Good?
Well, any ice cream, good.
No, oh, yes, yeah. I want to make it.
This young lady here, she has a problem sleeping.
He knows.
Oh, me? No, you too. Back around. That's right.
He knows, I told him.
Thanks for coming. Thank you very much.
Yes, stay
She
healthy.
needs to drink to go to sleep.
care, folks.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Practice meditation and
Didn't he have a jacket when he came?
It's like anything else. If you're in a race, you have to practice to be in a race. It's the
I
same
don't
thing with the
sleep. The only
meditation.
time I don't sleep is when something's going on with the kids. That's when I don't sleep.
Those things never end. These kids never go away now.
No, they don't. They don't.
They're permanent.
Yeah.
I'm just figuring that out.
Oh, wait, you got a long way
148
to
and
go yet. They're not
151,
even
and they
married
don't
yet.
go away.
Like when you were 18,
When
that's
they're
it.
married,
Okay,
it's
well, you
even
can't hang
worse.
around here anymore. Go grow up, go to school, get out of the house.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, I have 3
I'm
sons,
lucky.
I know.
She's
Two were
65.
married,
and
one
she has
as a
three
girlfriend, I told them,
daughters.
don't get married, just have to know.
And then,
Girls, more ice cream.
She's
You need ice cream.
I said,
and then
I
I
have
have
another
8
daughter-in-law.
great-grandchildren. And I live to see them all.
That's nice.
One's a girl.
That's nice.
To live that way to see all of them, you know.
Hang in there as long as you can. As long as you're
But they
functioning
come
and
back.
independent.
After they leave, they come back.
As they said, it's important.
It's morning.
Well,
He doesn't know that yet, wait.
no, they already told me they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I can't support you. I have 20 years ago. What does that mean, 20 years? Well, I'm checking out them. Well, where are you going? I can't survive. You're gonna die? My mother would say children are selfish.
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now understanding what
She
they do.
can't see good now.
she's
Remember when I
asleep
saw
now.
her, she wasn't seeing good.
How old is she now?
She's gonna be 101 when she makes it till July.
Oh, wow.
I didn't
My
know she
aunt
had
just
ice
passed
cream.
away. She was 98. They lived in New York. They would come down the shore in the summer, stay like in rooming houses. They would stay with us. When she died, you know where she wanted to go be buried? She wanted her ashes to be taken down to the beach and spread around the beach where she lived, where they stayed every summer, in Belmont, water. So whatever that was, those things from your youth, you never forget. And they stay with you. That was the most peaceful thing. Summer, spent
That's
together.
what my husband wanted. He wanted to jump in the
Yeah, here
ocean,
it comes
his
with the
ashes.
ice cream.
And that's what I
Yeah.
did.
You threw him in the ocean before he went?
No, he'd sink anyway. He couldn't even float. No, his ashes are into the ocean.
No, I don't like fire.
Stephanie,
I wanna go in a mausoleum so they'll come and visit me.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll wait.
very slowly.
I think Alfredo is bringing them around. I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I know, vanilla.
Very, very nice. Very nice that. Oh, my Joe's gonna be so mad.
Our Christmas party will be on the 21st this year. It's a Friday. Is the town having anything then?
What?
The
Parade?
Christmas is on a Tuesday this year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, don't even remind me. Christmas.
When's your birthday?
A lot of work.
What day?
A lot of work.
Sing it in.
Oh, hi Estella, how are you? This is my friend Estella. She came to join us. We have just ice cream and coffee at this point.
It's a Friday.
Is it?
I have nothing on there for the 21st, so there's nothing
Now,
for the 10th.
when will that air?
Probably in 2 days, 3 days we can have it.
Where?
We'll figure that out. We have to edit it a little bit.
Okay.
We have Channel 9.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have Channel 9 in town.
This is Chris, our cameraman. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, everyone.
What time would you have it on Friday?
Let us know what channel.
Party always from 12 to 2 or 12 to 2.
Doctor, do you want to repeat anything that I missed? Maybe you're welcome. You want to welcome them real quick, or give a just where are we at? Yeah, this is a Halloween party.
So we say welcome and thank you for everybody coming to our program and for joining us in the celebration of our new waiting room, which is going to be our studio of tranquillité et santé. That's French for tranquility and for health. Bon appétit. Merci. Au revoir.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Ciao.
I didn't get any ice cream.
I can get you some ice cream. I don't know what's going on.
What's going on, girls?
Besides that one, no one. Down.
No, we're getting broccoli. That's all right.
Yeah, the broccoli is still there.
I wonder if anybody with that, I like that.
Look, what happened to the comb?
It's not working out. It's because it's burnt. The other one is too hard. It's not sticking inside, and then this one's melting. It's not working.
Mira aquí.
Dame eso. Chocolate.
You want this one more?
We'll open another container.
You want me to start?
No, you could go ahead for now, and then go ahead. Yeah.
Amigo, ¿tienes jugo de chocolate?
Yeah. The spoon is right here.
You guys gave up?
No, we didn't give up. We were trying to do it.
Goddamn spoon. I never seen anybody have so much trouble making ice cream cone.
Oh my goodness.
Give Joan, she wants strawberry.
Oh, that one's better. This one's already melted.
Ponte one second. It's like in the middle of
What's the problem with the ice cream?
melting. It's melting.
Give this to Joan.
Like that?
I don't know, just give it to her.
Doctor, no. I'm not gonna give that to her. No way. You're gonna have to
Here,
scoop
here,
this.
here, here, just take it out.
Okay, like that, maybe.
Beautiful.
Let's not make a mess here.
Give this one to DeMartini. It's like, I really...
That's not nice.
Oh, I don't. Maybe I should eat this myself.
This is like too annoying.
Anybody else want some ice cream?
Yes, the whole load.
I don't know, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you want, I didn't take, I didn't take orders.
Shaka.
Yeah, they're done.
What's going on back here? What's going on back here?
You're taking all their pictures, you're not taking.
No, I was swinging around. I made the big pan.
Just teasing. How nice.
We want to get to Hollywood, you know, after all.
Yeah, I get on Route 80 West. Just keep going.
Keep going.
What'd you think about the talk today by the doctor?
Oh, one guy.
Yeah.
You should have been a teacher.
Yes. Very good.
She won the prize, right? This one.
You won a prize?
I think she won.
Oh, really? Oh, did we take a
I
vote
think
yet?
she won, that's it.
No, you gotta read my.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. That doesn't mean you're a witch yet. So that's good.
Not yet.
Wow, a lot of ice cream.
Then when you find out, let me know.
Did you need ice cream?
I had it right.
Ice cream?
No, he can't have any.
Take a napkin, love. You have one? Excuse me. Anybody now?
I hope this isn't sugar free.
The amount of ice cream. You don't have any? No, it's good. No. No ice cream.
Take a picture, hold it. There we go.
I don't go for that. No, me neither. Because I've got diabetes.
Indulge. Go ahead.
Does he? Yeah. Does he take it as well as
This is good stuff. Yeah. This is the real stuff.
Oh, I didn't realize you were.
Not organic.
Hey, lady. Just want to be a nice shot of you. No, no.
No, okay.
I want to see you enjoy your ice cream. Can I see you enjoy your Very good.
compensates?
Oh, yeah.
Because I take it every morning. Yes. 95.
I mean, that's the first
Get ice cream and you want ice cream? Yeah, she wanted some strawberry. You want strawberry?
There's some coming.
you know, the second Friday of the month, they have.
There's some ice cream coming right here.
They come, and they'll test your blood, sugar, and cholesterol. And if I have breakfast, maybe 110.
Pumpkin bread? No, Mrs.
So
Moore made the
Can I grab that one?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, babe.
pumpkin bread. Okay, sure. All right, let's get more pumpkin bread. Here we go. You want a piece of your pumpkin bread?
Some of the stuff is good.
Pumpkin bread,
One time Joe went,
nice to see you.
it was $1.99. This must be like 30 years ago.
Oh, I love you too. Oh, okay, I love you too. Thank you. Anybody pumpkin bread? Want some pumpkin bread? Anybody? Yes? Okay, how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes. Okay, let me get you some more. Okay,
Band the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
The hippies.
Yep. Ban the bomb.
It's gotta be on the vanilla. No, I like my strawberries, I like to make strawberries. I don't like them in my ice cream. No, not strawberry ice cream, I like strawberries. I don't know. Yes, please, thank you.
Just these?
Yeah.
Any more?
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, thank you.
¿Cuántas más? ¿Como 3?
5.
5 más. Okay.
That's okay.
She's not mixed up a little bit, you know. Whatever fits you.
Any more ice cream? Ice cream? More ice cream? Mrs. Campbell? More ice
I
cream?
told Carrie, she went to
Ice cream?
No, thank you. You want more ice cream?
no, thank you. I said no before. I said, I wanted to do it for a while. But I said, I wasn't going with no classes. I gotta cook for my husband. And they said, yeah.
They usually carpool for that. No, you have to go for the classes, you have to be mandated.
She said no. They said no. Even Father Elias said they were gonna do
They
it.
had to change it, because I know until now, everybody had to go there.
Yeah, I said because I'm not driving tonight.
Thank you, dear.
No, we always carpool. The whole gang of us, whenever we had to go out there, we did. Yeah. So I guess they did change it.
Yeah. They said no, I didn't have to go for classes. They were just gonna show me and do everything like that.
They're just showing you, I mean, it's like, I mean, it's good for you.
Bye, Anna. Thank you for coming.
Bye, hon.
Father Rolando was, because I had to tell Martha, and then he called me at the beginning of October.
Okay.
I was at the Golden Age meeting.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I know that. Thank you.
Now that you're here, you're on my list to call.
Oh, really? What's Saturday? What's going on?
That's good.
I hope so.
I'll see you Saturday.
Yes, at 8:30 in the morning.
Well, yeah, we gotta set up.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, fine.
Vacation right in the summer town. Right by the Plaza Pizza. I just had them done this. I mean, I have.
Oh, our next program was having a pajama party.
I'm not coming.
We're gonna watch Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay.
I don't wear pajamas at work for each other, right?
Well, you wear it like that, but.
No. This was very nice. Very informative, yes.
We didn't want to interfere with the town's program.
No, but there was a lot that you spoke about.
I don't know, I hope everybody listens. We're gonna spread this message throughout the universe. Well, you know, your job is not over yet.
No?
Senior citizens are our greatest resource of wisdom. So your job isn't finished. You're here to educate people, to guide them. And really the word conservative, you know what it really means? It means traditional. So when you throw out traditional values and you have nothing to replace it with, you end up with a chaotic mess. So that's why we're still here. They're going to need our information at one point. It's not some old dusty book in a library. It's reality, baby.
Oh,
He's too much. Too much.
Well, eventually they have to listen because they don't know what they're doing. Right?
you know, I always admired, when I was young, I admired all those people. I thought they were brilliant, really. And they remembered so much, you know, and they taught me so much.
But you know what I would have asked my mother more questions about different things, you know?
You know what happens when you're growing up? You develop this independence, you think you know everything.
Yeah, right.
You don't listen to them. Then you get older, you realize everything they told you was
I never
right.
thought of that.
Like menu everything, like different menus and things
Why
like
would
that.
a parent ever tell something to a child that wasn't good for them? They always give you good advice. And my father would say this. He said, the most important decision you make everything is going to be
You gotta keep looking down.
I know.
They directed all of us what to do. I listen, brothers listen.
I know.
Trying to give them more ice cream.
I hope it turns out okay.
We'll be using that one.
Does anybody need ice cream? Does anybody need more advice?
Yeah, right.
I'm taking this show on the road. All right.
Doctor, when does the meditation start?
Oh, that's going to be in our studio of tranquility and health.
Okay.
Studio de tranquillité et de santé. Santé is French for health. You ever see when they toast in French, they say santé? That's health. But you shouldn't expect that from somebody. That's going to be something that's a lot of work involved with it. But after a while, it's not work, it becomes a way of life. And if you had a choice to be healthy or sick, why would you want to be sick? But people do things, and I think they develop bad habits, and I think most of it's out of stress, and they do the wrong things to relieve the stress, and it just makes everything worse. But you get upset about something, you can't think straight. You have to learn not to react to situations, to assess it. Don't get upset at people. In families, this always happens, because you have these unusual expectations of what family members are supposed to do. They're just other people you happen to be related to. Don't expect anything. Don't get upset with that. Just sit there. I had that incident recently. Someone in my family just said, I'm not going to talk to this idiot anymore. And so then I just called him up the other day. I said, well, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 blah. So he didn't even know I was ready to kill him. He'd always been kind and humble, and then this summer he starts talking to me like, like I'm an idiot or something. And I didn't say anything, never say anything, never fight back. How old, what? How old was he? He's 3 years younger than me. But he always looked up to me and respected me, and then started mouthing off, okay.
He might have had some kind of dementia.
No. What happened is, and this is what I had to think about, well, why would you act that way? Personal things in your life. You're upset about something. You may be sick. You have a problem. You have a financial problem. So you don't react to these things. Just keep your mouth shut and then let it sit.
I always say, walk away, walk away.
My father's family never had a problem. Never got upset with it. You could talk to him 2 years later. You had to talk, hey, how you doing? What's going on? So we learned that. Well, they lived through hard times. People used to social activities within a family. That's who you socialized. That was it. It was that unit, your church, you did things together. That was a big part of it. Now it's all different. There's no, people are not religious anymore. They go to church, or services, whatever. And they're lost direction. They're a lost tribe. I think this will all come back eventually. Well, that's why I'm still here.
And me too.
So when are the meditations?
I wrote
We
it
have
up.
to sign up for it. There'll be smaller groups. And of course, you may bring Astro if you like. Tranquil, we could learn from Astro. Is there anybody who doesn't love Astro?
No.
Animals just want to be loved. That's all. I got a cat. He waits outside the bedroom every morning for me just to comb him. He waits every day. He's got me trained. But the cat teaches you to be sensitive, to be kind. You can't walk away from it. Just get out of my way.
Sorry, Anita, that's twice I bumped you.
Animals teach us. The best movie out I saw recently was called A Dog's Purpose. Did you see it?
No.
It's about a dog who keeps getting reincarnated and eventually goes back to his original owner. And he doesn't realize who it is until later in the movie. But it's all how a dog interacts, how a dog sees us. Like he gets rid of the dog at one point. The next day he said, why did I do that? You go back and gets him. The dog jumps all over him. How could you not want a dog after that? I think they're nicer than people. They don't turn it. Look at Astra.
I know,
You
right?
can't say anything. Look at how many dogs did you have?
3.
Three.
This is my 3rd, yes.
And you never sent them back. Even
No,
if they
no.
weren't working out, you would keep the
Rainy
dog.
was the
At one
first.
point, who was the first one?
Rainy.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yep.
At one point, you had 3 dogs in the house. Look at Astra. He knows what we're talking about.
Keep them when they retire.
So nice.
These are hunting dogs, actually, right?
Yeah, that's a lab, yeah.
Sea Caucus was a hunting community. Everybody had guns here. They would go down to the river, they would shoot birds, they would shoot different animals. It was not unusual to see people with, it was not unusual to see people with rifles in town, right? Or shotguns.
We had a nice town. It was out of this.
There you go. Maybe you have that to be thankful for. And it was a small town. You know, even before you moved here, hundreds of years ago, there were Native Americans living here. It was always a great place. You had the Hackensack, you had the Hudson. There's plenty of animals. There was birds. You could grow things here. There were animals around. It was always a great place to live.
What's the story?
She's legally blind. Yeah, she's legally blind. Yeah.
Hi, thank you for coming. How are you? We only have ice cream left. And some cake. Laura? Oh, okay. Laura? Aneda? Justin, how are you?
Those are cat's eyes. They're cat's eyes. My son's friend is laying in the bathroom sink.
Oh, how do you like that? Look at that.
Yeah, he's laying in the sink, waiting for my son to put the water on so he can start swatting.
Yeah, nice. I'm feeding the feral cat. He won't even come near me. But he's sitting there waiting for me now when I go. Feral cat.
Oh.
They don't let me touch
No, I know that. Yeah.
He comes up real close. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Just turns it on. My son put it in dripping. Yes.
Oh, how nice.
Chasing the drip is that's coming out of the faucet. My son dripped.
Nice.
Yeah. He's chasing the drip.
Isn't it adorable?
Now, like I said, she lays in the sink waiting for him to turn it on for her.
Oh, how nice.
It was good until the one part when he knew he went and killed himself. Well, that was good till that part. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She'll look at me.
But you didn't see it, so that was good.
Okay, my friend, thank you for coming. Very good.
What's the matter? And then she starts purring.
Yeah, then she'll fix it. Oh, no.
Did you all see her picture when she got the award from Kennedy?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get an award.
I'm not getting any awards.
She just got some award. She was in the newspaper. What's she talking about?
I didn't see it in the paper, I said it was amazing. I wanted to say it.
Joe got some award. Didn't he get some?
Yes, when you put in that he's in the list of oh, no, it's terrific. He was Veteran of the Year. Okay, and they awarded me for being working all over.
You're not taking no word today?
That's my son's wife. She's laying in the sink waiting for him to turn on. I got my water. So she would like,
Serious. It's the only cat I know likes water.
It's getting cold out.
my cat did. Sure. I two cats that loved it.
Our cat doesn't like water at all. Alright, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
He got it earlier.
Yeah.
See if it'll oh, what, 2:30?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care.
He didn't say anything. Thank you. Thank you. Come, come in. Let me find it. Get him in the front.
I'm good. How you doing? Good to see you today. Good to see you. I said take a picture with Astro. Okay. Oh, how nice. Astro, you sat right down.